Fundamental rights. Fundamental human rights are synonymous with natural rights and inalienable rights of man. It is that right, based on moral, which every human being, everywhere in the world, is entitled to human rights at all time, by virtue of being rational and moral. It is a right that is endowed on man right from birth by God. Human rights are assumed to be inalienable rights of man. That is to say, it is right that cannot be taken away from man. There are rights that man is entitled to simply because he is a human being. It is a fundamental to his being and existence, and nobody or authority has right to deny him of such rights. Human rights are therefore believed to be universal in character and application. It is important to note that one of the paramount duties of the state is to guarantee the rights of people, and when a state is short in doing this, that state is falling short of its obligation to the people. This is why it is not possible to discuss human rights outside the context of the state. The state can either ensure the realization and defense of the fundamental rights of the people, or take them away from them. Constitution, which is the organic law of the state, is usually used to safeguard and guarantee the fundamental rights of the people. Precisely, when human rights or inalienable rights of people are recognized by the Constitution, it is referred as fundamental human rights. Particularly in Nigeria, fundamental human rights of the people can be found in Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The guaranteed rights are the right to life. In accordance with the Section 33(1) of 1999 Constitution, every person has a right to life, and no one shall be deprived intentionally of his life, save in execution of the sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense of which he has been found guilty. Limitation to right to life. Right to life can be deprived in the following circumstances: in the execution of a sentence of court in respect of a criminal offense of which he has been found guilty in Nigeria. Where a person is found guilty of murder by a court of competent jurisdiction, the court may pronounce death sentence on such act. That is to say, someone can be deprived of his life when he has been found guilty of murder. The punishment for murder is death sentence. Even killing a condemned criminal in a manner prescribed by law is another way by which someone's right to life can be deprived. An executioner is authorized to execute a condemned criminal, and such killing is considered lawful once it is carried out in the manner prescribed by law. In other words, it is lawful. Defense of property. The right to life can as well be deprived where the death was caused by one who is the peaceable possessor of a dwelling house, and anybody lawfully assisting him or acting in his authority in order to prevent the forcible breaking and entering of the dwelling house by any person whom he reasonably believes to be attempting to break and enter the dwelling house with intent to commit a felony or misdemeanor therein, is excusable. Death resulting from lawful arrest, or while preventing escape or rescue after arrest, death caused by a peace officer or police officer while lawfully preventing the escape of a person sought to be arrested, whose offense may be punished with death or with imprisonment for 7 years or more, is lawful if he cannot by any means otherwise be arrested. Hence, the use of force which results in death is lawful, provided the conduct of the accused is reasonable and necessary under the circumstances permitted by law, as in lawful arrest, preventing escape or the rescue of the person arrested. Killing of thieves. Where a private person authorized to arrest a thief does so, and the thief seeks to escape, it will be lawful for him to kill the thief, provided he believes on reasonable grounds that his conduct is necessary in order to prevent the escape, and the offense is such that the offender may be arrested without warrant. Hence, where the thief uses force to resist arrest, it may be lawful to kill him, provided the conduct is reasonable under the circumstances. Death caused during suppression of riot. Death caused in order to suppress a riot is lawful, provided the danger to be apprehended from the continuance of the riot warrants such killing. In conclusion, there is no contravention to the right to life if a person dies as a result of the following circumstances: defense of any person from unlawful violence, or defense of property, to effect a lawful arrest or to prevent the escape of a person lawfully detained, or purpose of suppressing a riot, or purpose of suppressing insurrection, or purpose of suppressing mutiny. Some of the offences under the Nigerian criminal laws which attract death penalty are 1. Murder, 2. Treason, 3. Presiding at a trial by ordeal resulting to death, 4. Armed robbery, right to dignity of the human person. In accordance with the Section 34, 1 of 1999 Constitution, every person is entitled to right to dignity of the human person. This section provides that no person be subject to torture or to be held in slavery or servitude, or required to perform compulsory labor. Limitations to the right to dignity of human person. Execution of court judgments. Some can be deprived of his right by imposition of punishment as a result of the offense. Convicted of sentence could be term of imprisonment with labor, so it does not include any labor in the nature of a sentence or order of the court. Any labor performed as a member of armed forces or police, or any labor required to be done in emergency situation or calamity threatening the life of the community, or normal communal labor or compulsory national service, the National Youth Service Corps. Right to personal liberty in accordance with the Section 35(1) of 1999 Constitution, every citizen of the country is entitled to right to personal liberty. 2. Any person who is arrested or detained shall have the right to remain silent or avoid answering any question until consultation with a legal practitioner or any person of his choice. 3. Any person who is arrested or detained shall be informed in writing 24 hours and in language that he understands of the facts and grounds for his arrest or detention. 4. Any person who is arrested and detained as a result of the fact that he committed a criminal offense